isn't for everyone. Take a listen. Acho.
A lot of times, the appreciation of how I play the game is not the sexiest thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be the first person to tell you that. Like, people are always comparing quarterbacks to quarterbacks, which is the right thing to do, but the style of play is completely different. And I'm not here to throw up this or throw up that, but however the game needs to be won, that's what I'm willing to do. And that's running the football, that's passing the football. Either or, it's my job to protect the football and be efficient.
So, Acho, has Cam been underappreciated this season?
Not at all, big dog. And you got to look at what's the word appreciate mean? That's the thing about me, Marcellus. Okay. You know, I'm an intellectual. I'm a millennial, but I'm an intellectual. So appreciate it means to recognize the full worth of. I'm not absent of recognizing Cam Newton's worth. I'm properly assessing Cam Newton's worth or his lack thereof. What do I mean, Sal? We always say this. The best ability is availability. I get that, but that only is like a small prerequisite. Marcellus Wiley, back when I was in middle school, yes, 5 to 10% of your grade is attendance-based. Just show up, and that's 5 to 10% of your grade. Even in high school, it's right around 3 to 5% of your grade, just purely attendance. But Sal, by the time you get to college, surely not at Columbia, are you getting bonus points just for showing up. Cam Newton, the biggest thing he's doing right now is showing up. He's there on Sundays. He's been healthy. That's been the question around Cam Newton. Will he show up? Will he be available? Will he be there for his team? And he has been. But I'm not going to give Cam Newton a boatload of credit. I'm not going to super appreciate Cam Newton simply for showing up. It's what do you do once you show up? 5 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. We haven't seen a quarterback that bad statistically in 25 years since Trent Dilfer threw 11 starts. I just don't know when you're looking at Cam Newton, the same Cam Newton I'm looking at, I don't know how you can say that we are underappreciating Cam. I think we're accurately appreciating Cam. Has the Patriots right now with 6-6. They've won 5 out of their last 6. They're doing some things. But I don't know how you could say that we are underappreciating 5 touchdown, 9 interception Cam Newton.
Oh, we certainly are underappreciating them. I should say you are. Y'all are. I am not. I fully appreciate what Cam Newton is doing. And it seems like Bill Belichick appreciates it as well. Already glowing over Cam Newton in terms of what he's doing effectively on the field and his performance, but also off the field in terms of his leadership. That translates well for this franchise. But let's talk about what's going on, because you went to find a comp, and you really couldn't find a comp for Cam Newton and what he's doing right now. You mentioned Trent Dilfer. You have to go that far back, couple of decades, to find this type of play. You know why? Because the game has changed. Acho, you are an intellectual. You're a very intelligent individual for a state school guy. But the problem is you have reached your limit right now, because never did you fathom, maybe I can't find anyone like Cam Newton, because maybe the game is not the same as it once was. Let's talk about what Bill Belichick is doing, what Sean Payton is doing, and what Marcellus Wiley understands. Yeah, that's 2 third persons. Here we go. Cam is 4-2 this season when rushing 10+ times. Oh, Cam Newton is also a winning quarterback when you take in everything, as Acho wants to point out. His touchdowns and his interceptions. More interceptions than touchdowns, but still a winning quarterback. How? 6-5, and he was out the lineup for a few weeks because of COVID. Still a winning quarterback in New England. Remember, New England, that was supposed to be bad this year. New England with no resources and weapons. 6 undrafted wide receivers out there for several games for Cam Newton to throw to, but still a winning quarterback. This is why the game has changed. I'm going to take you back to 2018, when those same quarterbacks that rushed for 10+ times were out there. Their record, 20-1. What about last year? 18-0. And Cam Newton this year, oh my God, we already saw it. 4-2. In his career, 8-2. What Belichick realized is Cam Newton hit the ground running. Looked like he picked up this playbook on day 1. But the problem was the COVID rocked him, took him out the lineup. They had to build him back up. And how did they build him back up? By going to his sweet spot. Not only Cam Newton's sweet spot, But the new sweet spot that has been found in the NFL, that these dual threats, these mobile quarterbacks are efficient and effective. We all know that you run the football, you throw the football, and you kick the football, all in service of one goal: to win the football game. Cam Newton is taking a different route. He's zigging when everyone else is zagging up that hill to success with his victories.
Marcellus, I learned a long time ago.
You ain't been here long
that
enough to learn.
The louder somebody talks, the less accurate and correct they probably are. You out here just yelling these big words, and the more you talk, the more I realize this dude is so wrong. I'm gonna just leave you with this quick little nugget. The reason we can't find comps for Cam Newton is because play like Cam Newton usually gets you benched. Quarterbacks don't usually last long enough playing like Cam Newton has played to find a comp for him. What do I mean by that? Starting quarterbacks this season with fewer than 100 passing yards. We saw Kyle Allen, backup quarterback for the Washington football team. He did it twice. Where did Kyle Allen end up? Oh, well, on the bench. You saw Tua. He's done it twice. Tua's currently in a quarterback competition for his own job. You saw Jimmy Garoppolo. He did it twice. He was injured, but even when he came back healthy, they're questioning, will he be there next year? Cam Newton, not only has he done it twice, he's done it 3 times, more than Kyle Allen, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Tua. Quarterback play like Cam Newton usually gets you on the bench. That's why you can't find a comp. Not because the game has evolved over the last 25 years. No, because 5 touchdowns and 9 picks usually gets you a seat next to the offensive coordinator on the bench.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that you were going to be that guy right there to hold a whole flock of mobile, dual threat, 2.0 quarterbacks back because you don't like how it looks. You don't like the style. I thought you were a person that only thing that matters is, do you get the job done? How effective you are, how efficient you are. But no, you care about the complexion of it, Acho. Oh, got to read your book again because I didn't think you were that type of person. I didn't think you were the type of person to forget that when you look at the quarterbacks this year that have rushed for 10 or more times in the game, what is their record? 20 wins, 6 losses. This year, this is evolving right before your eyes. It's hiding in plain sight. But with your archaic analysis, you're missing this, Acho. You need to stay in tune with the ebbs and flows of the game because this one is fluid. Let's bring in someone who knows a thing or two and hopefully agrees with me. Fox NFL analyst LeVar Arrington. LeVar, whoa!
Go, what? Get y'all's little kiki out of the way. Go ahead.
Bishop?
Go ahead.
What's up?
Y'all go ahead and get
Bishop Arrington.
that offering. Y'all go ahead and get that offering basket ready. Around here, around Normandy and Weston. We call this a pink shirt.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell y'all about Cam Newton. I wanted to put on my gear so I could look like Cam.
Is that money wallpaper behind you, too? Like, when did they have money like that? Okay, Bishop Deacon Fry.
Yes.
Can you please answer this question? Has Cam been underappreciated this season? Testify, my man.
No, he has not been underappreciated by the people that matter. I won't discuss the people that don't. When you look within the New England organization and you look at what they were facing this upcoming season, if you said to me, looking at their record right now and the teams that they have beaten during the course of this year, you would say that Bill Belichick is speaking glowingly of Cam Newton. His teammates are speaking glowingly of Cam Newton because they would not have won this many games with Jarrett Stidham. And if they would have won those games with Jarrett Stidham, then Jarrett Stidham would have been playing. So when you look at where they're at currently, I said this last week when we asked the question, will this be a team that Cam can keep in playoff contention? I said no. I still maintain that. I think that it's a tough road to hoe these next 3 games with Miami and the Rams, and then you play Buffalo. And even New York showed a little bit of fight. Some people would say they threw the game. I ain't going to get into that. It's not my segment. But the way this team played against them Chargers, I'm not so certain that they might not run out the table for the rest of the season. So when I look at the appreciation of Cam, I'm looking at a confidence in a 6-6 team that says to themselves right now, we're surging. We're doing what Patriot football teams do. We get better when it really matters, when it counts. We win in different phases. They won in the special teams phase. And that is what the DNA of Patriot football is. Cam Newton has given them the best opportunities to win as a player. That you have to appreciate.
I agree with the takes of Bishop Arrington here.
Wow.
Because
Let the church say amen.
I think amen, shall we? I think that the Patriots do appreciate Cam, but they appreciate Cam because they understand they don't necessarily have another viable option. Now, I will still submit Cam Newton has lost more games for the Patriots than Cam Newton has won for the Patriots as far as the individual Cam Newton and the way in which his play has contributed to them winning and losing. What do I mean by that, Marcellus? Last week, I think the Patriots special teams won that game for them. But Cam Newton lost that game against the Broncos. He lost that game against the Niners. He lost that game against the Bills. So that's what I mean to dive into the nuts and the bolts of exactly what it is that I'm saying. Now, with all that being said, I just don't think that you can appreciate the icing. I'm trying to appreciate the cake. What do I mean? Sal, the rushing touchdowns that you're telling me Cam Newton has given me, that's icing on the cake, big dog. I love that you can run the ball as a quarterback, but you are